Alright, so today I'm going to smoke some cheese. It's cold smoke. I'm going to show you how to do that. What we're going to do first off is take to the store, buy some bricks of cheese, whatever you prefer. In this case, I've got some white cheddar, which seems to work very well, as well as some lactose-free marbled cheese. So it depends what type of cheese you want to do. I'm going to do 2 racks of this. So I've already cut up the cheese. I put it onto a cooking sheet grate that you can use. It's actually a cooling rack that you can use. Now I'm going to do 2 racks of them. In order to do that, I've just cut off a couple pieces of wood, a couple inches, just to give enough room for the smoke to come through. 4 corners. Allows me to put my second rack of cheese on top. And that should give me enough space in between to have the smoke flow through both. Now, I do have some larger bricks of cheese, and then the smaller bricks will give you a slightly different smoke concentration in them, but doing it this way I found has worked well for both. You might want to just give the bricks a little bit longer if you've got thicker cheese. Alright, so we're going to take this out and get the smoker started, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is then get the cold smoker started. Now what I did is I just purchased a cold smoker from Napoleon online. What it is, steel tube. Got some holes in there that allows the smoke to go out. You got one end sealed, the other end's open. So I'm going to fill pellets in here to start the cold smoke. Now I'm going to do that with my Traeger smoker. You can use it over a barbecue or whatever type of smoker you have. You just need a little bit of airflow through there. I find the Traeger smoker works well. I'm not going to turn the actual Traeger on though, because I don't want any heat. I just simply want the smoke to make cold smoke for the cheese. Now, I'm going to use applewood pellets. These are Traeger pellets. They seem to work very well. And I find about a half a cup an hour is what you get for smoke out of this. So I got a cup here. The cheese I find takes about an hour and change, so you can put the amount in accordingly. Now I'm going to do it over top of my Traeger pellet hopper. That way if I lose any pellets, it's just going to catch in there and I can use it for another time. So that's about 3/4 of a cup. That's probably going to give me more than I need for this smoke. In fact, actually, I'll probably take a little bit out. So there we go. So that's about half a cup, and that should be plenty of smoke that I'm going to need. So next, I'm just going to take the grate out so I can get the cold smoker tube right down on the bottom of the smoker. And now I'm going to light it. So what I need to use, propane torch, and that's going to get these pellets started. Let it go for 3, 4, or 5 minutes, and then blow out the flame, and then you'll have a nice cold smoke rolling in your smoker. Obviously be very careful, it's very hot. And tell you when I do this. So the flame. Careful what you're hanging on to. Again, it's going to be very hot. Don't go too long in any one spot. It's enough to get that flame started. We got that fire going there. I think they get good heat going, so we're gonna blow this out. And then you're gonna see some smoke start to billow. And that's what you want. So just give that a second to fill that up. Once the barrel's full, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some the cheese on there. And then we'll set the timer for about an hour, hour 15, and then we're gonna have some smoked cheese. Okay, it's been a couple minutes there. See, we got lots of smoke pulling out. Now I'm simply taking the trays of cheese that I did before, slide those onto the grill. There you go. We're gonna have some smoked cheese in about an hour. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna check on this cheese. Got a nice even smoke going on there. Looking pretty good. You'll see how the cheese started to change color a little bit. That's absorbing the smoke. Something you might want to do, depending on how long you leave it smoking. I like to just flip the cheese halfway through. You'll see the difference here. For some reason the top absorbs the smoke a little bit more than the bottom, so the way the smoke rolls through there. So I'd go ahead, flip each one of them over, and you'll get a nicer even smoke. Nice one. So I'm going to flip those over. You can even change the racks around, give a nice even smoke throughout, and then when they're ready, we'll get those off the grill and into the fridge. So we're just going to check on this cheese. Smoke is pretty much run out. We got a nice nice smoke look to that cheese. We'll just pull this out of the smoker, bring it in the house, and then we'll wrap it for the fridge. Okay, so we have our cheese in the smoker. We have our cheese bringing in from the smoker. You might find there's a little bit of soot from the pellets. Not a problem. Just take a knife, just give a little scrape. If that's the case. Any soot that's on there. Now what I like to do, take some parchment paper and individually wrap each piece. So there you go. Each piece individually wrapped in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours, and then seal it in some plastic bag, and there you go. Your smoked cheese is ready to go. Hey, good looking.